new to my channel, I'm just a girl who likes reading romance, fantasy romance, paranormal romance, any kind of genre of romance in general. And I also happen to have cerebral palsy, and it would mean the world to me if you would subscribe to my channel. Happy Sunday! Normally I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but since today is March 10th, it's my birthday, and I usually do the birthday book tag on my birthday. There are 7 questions to this tag. Question number 1, birthday cake. A book with a cliche plot, but you adored it anyway. For this one, I'm going to answer, I read an arc recently that will come out in I think it comes out the 13th or the 15th. It's If You Give a Single Dad a Nanny. It's a single dad nanny romance. We've all read those books, but this book was really cute and really sweet. The heroine is a painter, and she becomes the hero's nanny. It was just adorable. I had a really good time with it. Question number 2, birthday presents. A book that surprised you on how much you loved it. That would be The Sword of Kaigen. It's a fantasy book, just a fantasy standalone book. And I've never read just like a pure fantasy book. It's my favorite book of January. There is like a marriage in trouble in here. There's Japanese family, and they get caught in this war, and you're following the mom and the son, the husband, where they all have to fight in this war. And I cried my eyes out in this book. I listened to the audiobook of this. This was great. I just love this book so much. It's one of my top favorite books of the year. I read this book because of Hannah from Hannah Blackwell and Issa from Fun Fantasy Books. They sang this book's praises and how good it was. And I have to say, this was everything and more that they said it was. Happy Birthday Song. A book that deserved all the hype that it got. And for that, I would say Ashes of You by Catherine Cowles. It deserved all the hype that it got because it is amazing. It's single dad nanny. The heroine and the hero know each other because the hero saved the heroine from a serial killer. 6 years later, she shows up to be the hero's nanny. And this book was so good. And the hero has 3 sons, and the heroine has different relationship with each son. And I love how the hero's kids are so different, but acts like age appropriate at the same time. I just love this book, and it deserved all the hype that it got. I personally think it needs more hype. Party guest, your most anticipated release of this year. Wild Love by Elsie Silver. And the next one would be A Thorn of Blood and Honor. It's the follow-up to A Crown of Oaths and Curses. And I'm really excited for book 2 these books both come out in April. And a third book that I'm excited for, but it doesn't have a cover yet, is Fragile Sanctuary by Catherine Cowell. It's the start of her new series. Happy Music, a book with some of the most memorable quotes. I've said this before. Where there's a will, the first book in the Lost Boys series, and the second book in the Lost Boys series, if there's a way. In fact, if I didn't read Manacled last year, the Lost Boy books would have been my favorite books of 2023 if I hadn't read Manacled. And the writing was just beautiful. It's the most angsty MM romance I have ever read. And if you do not take any recommendation from me, please read the Lost Boys series by Jessie Walker, because I still think about Will and Way. Getting Older, a book you read a long time ago that you think you would appreciate it now as a mature reader. Well, when I was younger and going to school, I read all the classics. Because I was an English major, I read all the classics in college too, like Pride and Prejudice, Little Women, Romeo and Juliet, and so I read all those books when I was younger, and I probably didn't appreciate them given my age. So if I reread them, I probably appreciate more of the classics right now. I've only read the classics once, but I love the movies. Like, I love Pride and Prejudice with Keira Knightley, Romeo and Juliet with Leonardo DiCaprio and Claire Danes, Emma with Gwyneth Paltrow. I love all those movies, but I've only read the books once. And I think my opinions will change on them now that I'm older, but I have read all the classics. Sweet Birthday Memories, a book that kept you incredibly happy during a demanding period of your life. Reading keeps me distracted in general from like the hard times in life, but a book that I always go back to, that always puts a smile on my face since it came out, I have reread this multiple times, is Heartless by Elsie Silver. Whenever we read this, it always puts a smile on my face. I love Willa and Cade so much. Heartless is my all-time favorite single dad nanny romances. It always puts a smile on my face. Those are all the questions for this tag video. Please, I'll leave the questions down below in the description, so please let me know your answers to these questions. I would love to know. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. That would mean the world to me. And I'll see ya Wednesday. Bye.